Hello, everyone. My name is Edward Osredkar, and I have the great pleasure of interviewing Mercedy Purcell. She's an actress, singer, model, photographer. Well, I'll just let her tell you all about her life. So relax and enjoy my interview with Mercedy Purcell. Hello, everyone. My name is Edward Osredkar, and welcome to my YouTube channel talk show. And today I have the great pleasure of interviewing Mercedy. She's a singer, an actress, a model, and so many other things that I hope we get to cover them all today. But if we don't, well, we'll just have to invite her back the next time. So another time. So welcome to the show, Mercedy. How are you today?
Yeah, right.
Good. I always like to start off with all my guests, since they're in the performing industry, various facets in the performing industry. So I've noticed, like on your Instagram page, that you also list acting. So how exactly did you get interested in acting? If you want to tell us a little bit about that.
It was really bad because I came from an art, like the art form, like I came through that background. When I finished college, I went on to do art design. And then when I left there, I went in to do beauty makeup. And my friend recommended me I put another option in because there was a bit of issues with certain things. So I was waiting a while. So then I put that option in, cut the story short. I ended up in acting. It went from there, basically.
Right. Yeah. So in acting, how much of experience or of acting experience have you had? Have you had like a lot of experience, like film or theater? I mean, the acting part of your career.
When I basically left college, is when I did my musical theatre course. I didn't want to do stage again. I kind of got put off. So I didn't that much. So I wanted film, and they were trying to get me in university, but they weren't the direction I wanted. I wanted TV and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they said that it's a different kind of area for that. If you wanted talent, go and get the experience. Mm-hmm. So put it so short, basically, I just went out, got an agent, and I went into short films, feature films, sport roles.
Okay. So you went to films and you never looked back on leaving the stage behind, right?
I won't like to visit it now, bizarrely. I won't like to go back into it. I kind of miss it now. Yeah, I've had a few years away from it, so I have thought about it.
Yeah. Have you, for film, have you done more short films or like feature films, or what's been more for you in that?
I did more like short films for a little while, just get my experience up for my credits. And then I eventually, once I got lucky to be like 1 or 2 lead roles and support roles, I then tried to go for challenge myself for the feature. I got in one of them, which was 11. I was only an extra in it, but it was really nice to get involved. They had good set and everything. It was really nice, friendly. That was a nice experience. And I also did a biking one, which never went further. And I can talk about it now because it's passed over. And basically, stunt crew from Star Wars and Mission Impossible, they were there. Basically, same people It was a great experience, but it did my heart was in my mouth. Basically, it was a lovely experience. I loved it.
Yeah. You were mentioning about Mission Impossible. Is there any experiences about that kind of stand out to you more than others, or?
No, I never really watched it. That's the problem.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars, again, never watched it. A lot of these films they've done stunt for, I hadn't really watched.
Okay.
But it was really good to be on set with them.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful stunts and stuff.
Yeah. So it was more or less like just sitting back there and kind of watching the whole process develop in front of you, right? To kind of learn by seeing at the same time that you were there.
Are you on about my singing, or you just mean just my acting side? You
Oh,
mean sorry,
okay.
I didn't hear you. Can you say that again, please? I'm sorry.
What's
Can you just
that?
repeat that? I didn't hear you very well then.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the challenges of technology. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, as we well know.
Sorry.
And well, when it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it's not so great. But yeah, right. So besides your film experience, I see that you have a real lot of posts about your music and even on your YouTube channel about your YouTube videos and putting out EPs and all of that. And how did you get interested, involved in music?
I've been singing. I've always sang since I was a little girl. It was always a dream come true to be able to like be a singer, basically. I didn't think at the time that I had what it took. You know, it's that special thing that will make you stand out in the crowd. Basically, I was on the verge of giving up. I got involved in a bit unpleasant experiences, and then I cleared them out. But then I happened to meet somebody who really helped me out, clear my path, and he happened to do management in music, and I basically just went from there. And he
Yeah,
said I had something special in my vocals, so I took faith,
yeah.
and here I
Yeah,
am.
yeah, that's that seems to be the thing about a lot of things that anybody that tries like for the first time, there's good things about it. There's not sometimes there's not so good things about it, you know, like you were saying. And so when you get into the parts that are not so good, you just have to kind of pull your bootstraps up, as they say, and then just keep trudging on, you know, until you achieve what you set out to do. And it looks like it seems like that's exactly what you've done. You know, you worked through the bad times, and here you are being interviewed and talking about your music. And if you hadn't stuck to your resolve and everything, none of this would have ever happened. So it's a pleasure to see you blossom like this into your, you know, your singing career and things like that. Talking about your singing career, I was noticing that on your Instagram page, it says that you record soulful pop and spoken words. Is there any favorite of yours among those three, or do you like to do them all equally? I mean, to perform them all equally.
I think singing is my favourite, and acting. I
Okay.
love photography. Photography is more on my side, so that helps bring a little bit in for me, you know, when I'm quiet. So it's
Yeah.
really helpful.
Yeah.
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 And I do a bit of writing, a bit like I used to write for like bit films and stuff like that. They're the little things I do on the side. And makeup, like I like to like paint my face a lot. Whatever.
So
It's singing and acting is my main anyway. And
yeah,
I
yeah.
used to have a big lover of obviously modeling as well.
Okay, okay. So when you are singing, aside from your acting, when you're singing and you have those three areas that you listed, is pop your favorite, or soul, or the spoken word in your music? Is there?
It was really mad because I'm quite old-fashioned when it comes to music. I like any kind of music, but I love the old. So when I came into this music generation today, I struggled fitting in with all this like remix, special effects, the pop. It took me a good year to adapt, and I'm still trying to at the minute. I do like my ballady, soulful stuff, you
Okay.
know, like a bit like Celine Dion. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So would it be
yeah.
yeah? So would it be safe to say, like you say, that you like the oldies, the old songs? Is there any fluent influence on your music? say like in American music, they call it like the golden oldies, like the classics back in, say, like in the 30s and the 40s, like American music. Has any of that influenced you or?
I've never really thought about it, no.
Okay. Yeah, no,
I
no,
am,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, no, I
I
was just, no, go ahead.
don't know, it's really strange because like the stuff I do is a totally opposite what I do in covers. And then people say I've got very musical voice. It's another side of me I've not been able to show yet. I've only started to realise now that I should be really like taking that step there and testing it out. I'm in the right place.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I think I should be in the West End apparently.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess as long as people like what you're doing, you just keep doing it, right? Whatever music or whatever is your favorite, and if you find kind of kind of a niche in your music that people like, I guess you just keep singing that. If you know if it makes them happy, if it entertains them, you just keep, like they say, just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be all right. I don't know if that song, I don't know if those words sound like a song, but that's just the way I wanted to put it, put it across. But if I'm rambling, just tell me to shut up, okay?
I've always liked my music. It's just me. Trying to get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Another thing, like besides your music, I noticed that you put like videos on TikTok. And have you been on TikTok for a while, or has it been something that you've just gotten into?
It was really comical because when lockdown hit, there was a certain song that drove me absolutely crackers. And I said to myself, I will never be on TikTok. And then some reason, when I went to this music event, they said it's massive for music. I was like, you're joking me. I said, I never go on that. Here I am on that. So it's been basically since this year, really.
Okay.
But I didn't start posting until probably February.
Okay. Okay.
But I've been on it for months and I never really entertained it.
Well, you know what they say, never say never, because that might come true like it did in your case.
Yeah.
But,
I'm absolutely obsessed now.
You're obsessed. Yeah. See, you found out you liked it, and now you can't get away from it. You can't get enough of it. Yeah. But well, like for me, you're talking about TikTok. I've been on Instagram for a little while, and I haven't yet ventured into TikTok. So I think you're way more of an expert in TikTok than I am. Maybe eventually I'll make my way to TikTok, but I'll just stay on Instagram right now. So
yeah, I was mad on Instagram, and then TikTok kind of just took over everything. I'm out really on Facebook now.
Yeah.
You all need to go there if you want to see more of me.
What's that? The Facebook? Oh, okay. Well, I think eventually people will find you everywhere if you keep putting enough.
I try and be everywhere, but yeah, there's something empowering.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The more places you are, the more you spread out your name, the more notoriety and attention you get, and that just helps you grow. Just helps you grow your career. Yeah. Staying on the subject of TikTok. I noticed that on your Instagram page, you like post a lot of your TikTok teaser videos. I noticed one in particular. It's from your EP called "Sing Out Loud," and you mentioned a major debut single, "Gone," on that EP. And I was just wondering what inspired you to make that EP, and like especially major song called "Gone" on that EP. What inspired you, to do all that?
I used to write with a co-writer when I did Gone. I lost my friend, and it was a very bad time. That was the time when I felt like quitting.
Oh, okay.
We gave me little bits, and she
Okay.
was tragically killed from Taylor Parker. And I already wrote the song in the back burner. So when I got involved with the management, I did that. I wanted to promise as a tribute and memory of her that I'll make that my first track.
Okay.
And then from there, I did sing out loud with him. We wrote together, and then I mashed it up with this producer. How I restructured how I wanted it. And then when I went into lockdown, I stopped saying goodbye. So it been outrage, and I wrapped that on my own. I was really proud of myself. Everyone thought she was writing. So then, since then, for my summer, Let It Go and Breakout, I did them on my own in the second lockdown when we went on and off. It's
Yeah,
been lockdown, yeah.
yeah.
And
There's
then
been a lot of lockdowns, right?
so basically from because I got all them songs, I decided to make it an EP,
Okay.
build it towards an album.
Yeah. So more or less like the title of the title of the EP, "Sing Out Loud," was that? Oh, I don't know. Was that maybe sort of your way of kind of getting or thinking about that title, "Sing Out Loud"? Was that sort of your way of saying, like, to the world, I'm finally getting all of my emotion out. I'm singing out loud about, everything that's happened?
That was basically about my
Yeah,
career
yeah.
and everything where it just felt like it was crumbling, and then it's just suddenly that I could see the light again, and
Right. I
it's
know,
like lights for some little bit again.
yeah. I know when I first seen that name for the EP, of course, anybody that always sees an EP and the associated name with it, they're always wondering how that connects to the artist and things like that. But no, that totally makes sense. Yeah, singing out loud, that totally makes sense. And so the title of your song, "Gone," that was probably your way of maybe further getting out all of your emotions just by calling it "Gone." I mean, to me, that one single word, "gone," that kind of says it all. So I don't know if was that sort of your reasoning behind just having that one word title, just "Gone," and just say that, and just get it out there and say that's what I'm feeling.
I think it was a way of putting closure for me and the family and friends, just to inspire us, like the family and stuff, and help them get out of a terrible time, because it was obviously not very nice to hear and
Yeah.
see on the news and whatnot. And just also as well, you're saying about the EP being Sing Out Loud, that got changed to Breakout.
Okay.
Yeah, so now, it's basically the COVID one now, Breakout.
Oh, Breakout. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
You might
glad.
have missed that. It's all right.
Yeah. No, I'm saying
It's
I'm.
called Sing Out Loud, but then I
Yeah.
executed it.
Yeah. But the title "Gone," that's still the same, right? That's never
Yeah,
changed.
that's still my major debut,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I just changed the title to my EP. I
Okay.
had to redo it, put it
Yeah.
out there because of COVID, basically.
Right.
I went quiet, so I redid my EP.
Yeah. I think during COVID, a lot of us went quiet. I know, like
Yeah,
myself, like even in acting, I didn't have the opportunity like before to, perform live and things like that. So like this Zoom platform right here that we're recording this on, I mean, that was like a great opportunity to, keep going, acting wise and things like that. So you were talking about the shutdowns, like during your career there. Do you think that that kind of fueled your passion for your singing more by being locked down, so that it's like you could, in your isolation, concentrate more on what you wanted to say as an artist? Do you think, I know shutdown wasn't exactly the best thing that happened to any of us, but do you feel that kind of fueled you more to to get out your emotions for your artistry, for your songs? Or?
I did a bit of that. Yeah, I found it very hard in lockdown. It's been a tough time for me, so that's why I wrote about it. And it was my way of kind of releasing the horrible time by
Yeah.
being trapped, because I've got an heart condition as well. So I had to be more isolated, and it was driving me crazy because I'm quite social. So being trapped was really like taking
Yeah,
out.
yeah. So being trapped with that air conditioning, all you're hearing is the constant hum of the air conditioner, and that was your only company during lockdown. You say, "Oh my God, I'm going to go nuts here." All I hear is the hum of that machine in the window.
I thought I was going crazy there.
Well, you're not the only one. The rest of us felt that way too. It didn't matter where any of us were from. Um, so let's see. We've talked about your acting. We talked about your singing and your videos and things like that. Now, how about your modeling? I've seen that you had a few posts on your modeling and things like that. Was that like a further extension of your passion for acting and music, or was that just something separate that you wanted to say, well, I've tried singing and acting, now I want to try modeling. How did you get into modeling?
Modeling came in after I started to look for an agent for my acting, and I thought to myself, if I do some shoots and out of my confidence, and help me break out into the limelight on the screen. And so I did my very first shoot, and it really helped me, give me a buzz, and made me feel good about myself. Because obviously with my conditions and stuff, it did take a lot out of me for years, many years. And it really helped me grow as a person and helped me become better in myself and love myself.
Uh-huh.
And that was something and then I fell in love with it, and I come part time with it.
Okay. So then yeah. So then the modeling, did that give you like even more confidence? I mean, the modeling, how to carry yourself and how to look and how to move. Did that contribute to more confidence? Did that help you with that?
Yeah, I felt it was very good for your self confidence, and yeah, you learn things in there as well about your body posture and how to deliver yourself. And I
Yeah,
found
yeah.
then that helps me in my acting as well.
Right, 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 right.
With
Do you feel that like your acting helped you in your modeling? Like I know a lot of times, like say like print modeling and things like that, or even walkway modeling. A model, doesn't matter male or female or whatever, you see them coming down the walkway, or you see them in a still photo in a print ad, and for whatever they're selling, I don't know if it's for perfume or whatever product, the model seems to have a certain look in their face, a certain look in their eyes. And do you think that acting helps you? What I'm actually trying to say is that did it help you to develop a character, like for your modeling?
yeah, it
You
is.
know?
Especially if I do character like horror. So like if I did an horror show, I felt like I was in character.
Yeah,
Be
yeah,
on set, and it's like taking that picture like poster, or I used to do
right,
a lot of like character modeling as well. I used to love it.
right,
So
right.
actually did help me with that then.
Yeah.
To modeling.
So probably it's a good thing that you started in acting first and then went to modeling,
Yeah,
because then you had
yeah,
that in your background from the acting, where you could actually use what you learned in your acting to kind of assume a character for whatever you had to portray in your modeling.
definitely.
So yeah, yeah,
I also felt like for the advice for anybody getting in this industry for like modeling, acting, I always said get on the other side. Like someone told me this. So for acting, for example, go and try direct film, and like get on the other screen, on the other side of the camera, and see the screen and see what actors where they're going wrong, and you will learn better seeing other people make their mistakes.
Right.
For an example, if someone was to run off the screen, they don't run off. So when it comes to the editing, you can't chop it. Get off the screen, you know what I mean? And then that taught me. And same with modelling, you know, if you do photography, you can learn a lot through that as well. And I felt my modelling developed the more I worked with models and the more I pointed out errors. I realised, wow, I've done that, you know, and you learn.
Right,
On the camera.
right.
I
And
recommend that.
yeah,
Definitely.
and probably you're not the only one that's ever learned that way either. Probably that's been going on and on years after years, seeing other people make mistakes, and it's like, well, geez, I don't want to look that way. I want to look better than that. So you really pay attention to the things that they do right and the things that they do not so right, and yeah, and you learn from them. So yeah, I think that has a big part to play, and whether it's acting or singing or modeling or anything like that. So since we talked about modeling and like either runway live modeling or still modeling, still photography, I see that you have some posts where you photograph weddings, and I was just wondering now, how did you get interested in photography?
It was when I did art design and I did a unit in photography, and I'm absolutely a selfie queen.
Okay.
A lot of selfies. So, and when I got my ring light, it went from there. And
Right,
like,
right,
that's
right,
it. Someone told me I need to do it, and I went into it.
right.
Wedding, that came through the more I adventured in photography. I started to get interested in weddings and
Okay.
areas, dog shoots, you know,
Yeah,
children's
yeah,
shoots.
yeah, yeah,
I wanted to be versatile.
yeah. So then the photography, did that come after you started modeling? Since did your modeling have any influence on you getting into photography since you were in front of?
Yeah, kind of did actually, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah,
Photography a bit, yeah.
yeah,
Maybe look more forward.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I was going to say that you were modeling and you were in front of the camera, so you knew what happened in front of the camera. So if you started actually photographing your own photographs, that kind of gave you an idea of what to
Yeah,
look for in front of the camera, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he did it more when the director basically said, well, why did you try the directing? I was like, me? On that side of the camera? I'm an actor. Are you stupid? He said, trust me, mark me word on it, try it, and you'll be the best thing you ever did.
Yeah.
Right. So, same goes with modeling.
Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah. Well, like they say, it can't hurt. It can't hurt for trying. If you don't try, you never know, right? I mean, with a lot of things, if there's like a passion that you want to follow, like yourself acting or modeling or whatever, just don't sit back and say, geez, I'd like to do that someday. You actually go out and do it, which you've done. Yeah. So with your photography, I noticed that some of your posts, or well, I'm not sure exactly how many of the posts, but I know one post in particular that I'm thinking of. It was like for a family wedding. You posted on Instagram. Was that like a family or friend wedding that you photographed, or maybe I'm mistaken, but
Well, like my
it was
sister,
like,
my sister, and about
yeah,
that.
yeah, it was like for
Yeah,
a
did a
wedding.
shoot for her not long ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Big family went pictures as well, yeah. So it's
Okay.
probably either you've seen her, yeah.
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 Yeah, it looked like you had fun both at the wedding and taking pictures and taking the pictures of the wedding there. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like when you take photographs like that. Are you waiting for like a specific moment for a person to maybe show like their true self, or for their personality to come across in the photograph, or you're just maybe concentrating on just capturing the moment, like as a whole?
So basically, like with certain areas, like for when it comes to children, you need to like get them comfortable with the toys and what have you. So that's basically for that. Animals, they always recommend like a toy to distract them, to make them look, or if they relax. I
Yeah,
usually go over that.
yeah.
When it comes to a wedding, I usually just click, click, click to see any moment of the
Okay,
photograph, and then I go
okay.
through my check sheet, make sure I've got all my names
Yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. So then when you go click, click, click like that, and you look at it afterwards, then you can kind of pick and choose which photos work and which photos don't, right? When you go
Yeah,
click, 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 it's not that you're going to use all the pictures, but you can just take your favorites out and yeah, and use those. Yeah,
that's what's
exactly. Yeah,
favorite.
yeah,
And
yeah.
when it comes to a model, it's just basically kind of how they feel comfortable, what they want to wear,
Right, right,
how
right.
like style of shoe, and then we go
Yeah.
work with that. And if it's an artist, like I'm working with a singer, basically I work with their image on what their set they want. So it's
Okay.
just a bit of an idea on that
Yeah,
side.
yeah. How long have you been? Well,
On and off.
that's okay. My phone goes off too.
Oh yeah, well,
Or if you get a knock at the door, just tell them to go away and come back later. That's all.
I obviously forgot to put it on silent. Naughty me.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was going to ask you, how long have you been doing your photography now? For quite
Probably
a
good.
while, or
Yeah, few about 6, 7 years, somewhere around there now.
okay.
Modeling. Oh my god, probably
Yeah,
10,
yeah, yeah,
somewhere around there, 9, 10.
yeah.
Might be a bit less. I need to have to look on purple before they tell me. I've lost track.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Acting's probably again 4 or 5 years.
yeah, yeah,
Might be longer.
mm,
don't, don't trust my words. It
yeah,
might be longer.
yeah. Okay, since we covered all the other facets of your careers, your music, your acting, and your modeling, and your photography, there's you and something that I've also noticed in your posts that you post a lot, and that is about your little friend Gizmo. Could you please tell us about your little friend Gizmo?
Wow. About 3 years ago, I wanted a dog. I went to rescue and I had to look around and I saw this little creature on his face. He to say, "Get me now," or "Bugger off." And he went to that room and I said, "I'm having that dog."
uh,
Basically, he put me through hell for the first 2 or 3 months. He swam the trend, basically. I nearly lost him. A guy had to pull him out of the canoe boat. It was horrendous. I thought I was definitely losing, and that was in 2 months.
oh,
Um, so he's come a very long way. He's come from a very timid dog to now walks off the lead. He's trained. He's come a very loving dog. He
uh-huh,
walks with me. He goes everywhere with me now. He
uh-huh.
goes when he can't either.
You couldn't lose him if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, he hates walking now. Yeah,
Oh,
he's basically become my best friend.
yeah, yeah. How old is he? By the way, how old is he?
He's just turned 6.
Oh, well, he's still basically a puppy yet. 6 years old. They're still puppies. So, but yeah. Um, does he know how to like do any tricks by command, like roll over or stand up on his hind legs and things like
When
that?
he's hyper, he will jump up like that, if he's
Okay.
hyper. If he's stood up, he'll high five me. It depends. But sometimes he'll high five and
Uh-huh.
stick his paw out towards me.
Uh-huh.
I think that's about it, really. That's all we do.
Yeah.
He's a bit
Have
roving. It's quite
have
old
uh,
and boring.
have you taught him to shake hands yet when they give their paw?
Pardon?
Uh, I,
No, I've been trying to teach him that. He won't do it.
You will.
No, he just sticks his paw out like that. That's about
Okay.
it.
Okay. Well, you know, the thing you ought to do is when, like, if somebody's around and just say to them, "I'll show you how smart my dog is." So if he doesn't shake hands on command, if you happen to see him lift one of his paws right away, just say shake hands. So that'll make it look like he can actually understand what you're saying there.
Yeah, he knows every word I say.
Yeah. Yeah. So did he have a big birthday party? I seen you posted about him on his birthday, his so-called birthday party pictures.
Oh yeah, we took him out on a nice day out. He loves that raccoon cake. He basically does a bit of modelling. I got him into it to help with his confidence.
Uh-huh.
And he's been in my music video gone as well.
Yeah. What exactly kind of breed of dog is he? Or is he? What's that again?
Chihuahua cross.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I never appreciated, didn't know basically what it was crossed to. We think it could be a sausage dog. It's got very long body.
Okay. Yeah. Does he have a lot of doggy friends? Does he I mean, just by your photographs and everything, he seems like a really friendly dog. So I guess when you're out and about, is he kind of inquisitive to get in, like with other dogs, like if you're taking him for a walk at the park or something, or
Tells them off. Tells them off. Basically, yeah. Wherever I take him, when he was younger, he'll go run up and play. But then he had a bit of a bad experience where a dog come out at him, and there was a massive fight, and I had to try and part my dog from him. So since then, it just goes after him now. To see if they're all right, he'll test it like one back on. Oh, you're all right, and then if you go at him, you're
Yeah.
like that's all 10 minutes like a bum, and then that's it. Now I'm off now.
Yeah. I'm feeling all right now. You're okay in my book, so yeah. Let's be friends there. So is that the first dog that you've ever had in your life, or have you like growing up? Have you had?
It's the first dog I've had of my own. First one.
Okay.
The first one I've rescued.
Yeah. There, it seems like.
Family dogs, so,
Yeah. It seems like there's a lot of dogs that need to be like adopted and rescued, and there's all sorts of programs today about like, yeah, like over in the UK there where you are, and like even over here in the US, there's a lot of causes where people try to get the word out about animal abuse and things like that, or like rescue dogs and things like that. In fact, a member of my family, probably about 8 or 10 years ago, she took in a rescue dog. It was I don't know if you've ever heard of the breed. It's called an Australian sheepdog. Have you ever heard of that kind of breed? It's kind of a large dog, like a large, like white short-haired dog, and not too small of a dog, but it seems like that breed of dog is like really timid. It seems like it takes a long time for her to get to know people. Like you can come over and visit the house, and it's like it could be a year before she finally accepts you. And it's like you can walk in the house. Oh, now I finally made a friend. After coming and visiting for so long. So, but it sounds. Yeah, so it sounds like Gizmo pretty much makes friends really easy, right? I mean, after a while he gets comfortable with like another dog or something, and they could be best friends after that.
certain ones he'll play with them, or he'll go and sniff them if you're alright with them, and he'll have his bank himself around and not absolutely entertain him or anything, and then you'll just get the odd one. Right, that's it. coffee now.
Yeah,
This is lockdown. This is never used to back.
yeah. Well, it's a,
Quiet dogs and 10 men.
well, it's a good thing that you had him during lockdown. I mean, that kept you extra company.
Yeah, definitely. So I think he's come a long way since that's done.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's had all my time.
Yeah. Well, just like with any animal, I mean, all animals are different. They have different behaviors and personalities. So, like with any animal, you take a new animal into your home to be part of your family or whatever, and naturally, it's going to take a while until you get to know them and they get to know you. Things like that. And like I says, I know that was the case with my relative when they got the dog. It took a while for them to get to know me and things like that. So yeah, I'm glad I asked about Gizmo. I always wondered about Gizmo. I seen all these posts about Gizmo. I seen all these posts about Gizmo on your Instagram page, and I said I just got to ask if that's the last question I ask, which it is. I've got to ask her about Gizmo. So
basically, when he's looking, it was funny when my friends looking after my dog, and I had to go do some sort of stuff for my music, and he made his way to the pub thinking I'm there. And then panicking, thinking he's lost him. I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He sounds like a real fun and interesting dog to be around, and it sounds like there's never a dull moment around the house with him around. So I can really see why you love him and why you wanted to rescue him and things like that. So it's nice like that people like you taking rescued or abandoned dogs or whatever, and it's a nice addition to the family. So yeah. So.
What people need to understand when they go for a rescue, it is very challenging.
Yeah.
You've got to be patient and let them unfold.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Mercedy, I want to really thank you for coming on my show today. It's been a great pleasure talking to you, learning about all your career and Gizmo, especially Gizmo, and and I thank you very much for taking out of the time out of your day today and talking with me and all the viewers here. I'm sure they're interested in everything about your career and can't wait to see more about your career on your posts and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all over the place. And yeah, it's been an extreme pleasure to have you on here, and I thank you for being on here, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
Yep. Yes, my name is Edward Osredkar, and you've been listening to my interview with Mercedes. And I thank all of you for watching, and all of you have a good day and enjoy the rest of your days. Have a good day.